The new Secret Lair has Post Malone's likeness printed on real Magic cards, along with his own art and signature. It also has some one-of-a-kind mistakes being printed. Overall, we have 11 new Secret Lairs, which include a bunch of new Warhammer 40,000 cards. These will go down in history as some of the most iconic collectible items, but are they worth your hard-earned money? Let's find out. Everybody loves Posty, and now he has his very own Magic card as Post, Son of Rich, which is actually Crick, son of Yawgmoth, a $12 mono-black commander. His Backstage Pass Secret Lair also contains Post Sigil, Leshrac Sigil, the Ice Age 50 cent uncommon, Post Citadel, Bolas' Citadel, $6 War of the Spark artifact, and Jet Medallion, the extremely powerful $33 mana rock first printed back in Tempest. These are absolutely amazing. Seeing Posty on all of these Magic cards almost doesn't even feel real to me. I love that Jet Medallion is around his neck and shows his neck tattoos so that even though you can't see his face, you still know it's Posty. The only slight downside of these cards is that we do just have normal frames with them, but that's totally fine because these cards are so unique. Obviously, I'm giving these 5 out of 5 Raphaels. It would feel like a crime to do anything less. The value here is rock solid. It costs $30 for the regular version or $40 for the foil. Either way, you can't go wrong. Jet Medallion has never been printed in foil before, so a great opportunity to snag that card in foil. And if you were to go get the regular versions of these cards, it cost you $50. Getting all that for $30, this is obviously 5 out of 5 Toyota Corollas. Post Malone didn't just pose for art, he also contributed to the art on these basic lands. Look at these bad boys. These lands are absolutely stunning. Notice that Post Malone is credited as a co-illustrator on these thanks to his awesome sketches and signatures. I Heart Liliana, Mr. Vest Post, iconic. While his sketches and signatures are obviously great and super fun, we can't ignore the incredible main art that's featured on all of these. I'm in love with them. I think they look great. The fact that they did these on old borders with white text and shooting star foil, come on, 5 out of 5 Raphaels. Since you can go and get basic lands for free, it's hard to predict how the market will value these in the future, but I can tell you how I value them. These things look like easily $20 lands. If you were to just ignore this whole Secret Lair and just come up to me and tell me, hey, look at this island, you can buy this for $20. I would give you $20 for that island. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Basic lands have always done really well from a value perspective in past Secret Lairs. It's really hard to see these being any cheaper in the future than the initial original sale price. Up next is special guest Junji Ito, starting off strong with this crazy intense $16 Thoughtseize. Then we have this Dire Doomsday. Technically you can get this from the list printing for a little bit cheaper, but realistically it's an $11 card. Carrion Feeder is only a $1 card, but it's an extremely powerful creature and sack outlet, and now we have this spooky graphic version that's so epic. And wrapping it up, we have Plague Crafter, who looks like a terrifying ghoul, a 50 cent commander card. The timing of this spooky horror set is perfect. You can order them in mid-October and get them by Halloween of 2023. Probably. But maybe not. Regardless of when these do show up in the mail, they will be stunning to add to your collection. I can't say enough good things about these cards. The art is so interesting and fun to look at. We have full frame art and black and white printing, which is super unique. Plus, you can also order these in Japanese. 5 out of 5 Raphaels again. Yes, I know you can't give 5 stars to everything or the rating loses all credibility, but how am I not supposed to do that with the first 3 we've seen so far? Come on! Thoughtseize has been printed so many times that it's now under $20, so you can get all of these cards for $28, or if you go with the cheaper version of Doomsday, you're looking at $24 of cards. Honestly, not super impressed with the value here. 2 out of 5 Toyota Corollas. These cards do get a bonus metal rating of 5 Ozzy Osbournes. I'm obsessed with these cards. The next artist up is Yoji Shinkawa, who is giving us these incredible full art artifact themes cards. Tezzeret the Seeker is still holding strong at $18. Solemn Simulacrum has been printed a million times, so it's a $1 card. Skullclamp has also been written countless times, but somehow it's still $7. And Phyrexian Metamorph is also a $7 card. The art on these is truly something special. I'm not familiar with the artist, but I have to guess they do comic book art. I really like these. These are really unique, and even after hundreds of Secret Lair cards, these still feel like something new. I'm going to try to be more of a critic here and give harsher ratings, so let's give this 4 out of 5 Raphaels. But we all know it's actually 5. To go buy all these cards yourself would cost you $33, so we're getting these for $30 is great value, 3 out of 5 Toyota Corollas. The weirdest pets in the multiverse. We have a terrifying little monster here with the $4 Laboratory Maniac, Stitcher Supplier, which sees a ton of play in different formats and is a $5 uncommon. Beast Whisperer has been printed a million times, so it's only a $3 card. Vizier of the Menagerie, a $5 card seeing its first reprint coming at us from Amonkhet. And lastly, we have the Timeless Wood Elves, which is a 50 cent card. These cards are definitely unique and true to the name, weird. I like the colors and the style, and they are full art, but at the end of the day, they're not something that I'm looking to add to my collection, so I'm going to give them 3 out of 5 Raphaels. If you want to give them a higher rating than that, I get it. It's cool, they're just not for me. If you are going to buy these cards, I really hope you do like the art because the value is trash. You're going to get $17 worth of cards for 30 bucks, giving this one Toyota Corolla with a flat tire and no AC. Here comes some space-themed land cards, and they are sick. These are only available in the new Galaxy foil printing for 50 bucks. We have the completely broken Land Hate card of Strip Mine, which you can find for $16, the Pauper All-Star Ash Barons, which is only a 50-cent card, Fabled Passage, which was first printed 3 years ago, but has somehow been printed to oblivion, so it's only a $5 card. Lastly, we have Command Beacon with some cool spaceships shooting lasers, which is a $6 card. All of these cards featuring spaceships is great. It really adds to the unique nature of these cards. They're also full art, which is a nice touch. They're kind of fun and goofy. I'm going to give these 4 Raphaels. The value here is nothing out of this world, as you're getting $28 worth of cards, but have to pay almost double that of 50 bucks to get these. Now they are this Galaxy foil printing, so there's a good chance they're never going to be cheaper than what you can get them at for today's price. So if you want them, might be the time to buy them. Regardless, one Toyota Corolla. Sticking with the space theme, this next secret lair includes Imprisoned in the Moon, the $1 reprint. We have Stasis, the wild enchantment clearback from Alpha. Now you can find versions of this in 4th or 5th edition for about 7 bucks. Prismatic Omen, the $20 Shadowmoor enchantment, is seeing its first reprint ever. And lastly, Wheel of Sun and Moon, another Shadowmoor reprint that is $8, though you can get a version from the list for $3. These full art cards are basically the opposite of the Space Lands in that they're very simple with these nice plain blue backgrounds, and then you get basic shapes and lines. I really like the mystical feel of these and how they kind of feel like something that would have been done in the Middle Ages. Personally, I'm not a fan of the cartoon Emrakul here. I'm going to give these a solid 3.5 Raphaels. The value here is just fine, as you're getting $30 to $35 worth of cards for 30 bucks. Now the foil printings is something else, as Shadowmoor foils are really expensive and Stasis has never been printed in foil before, so if you love your shiny cards, this could be a chance for you. We're going to give this 3 Toyota Corollas. Check out Jack Hughes and his secret lair if looks could kill. Reflector Mage, the once banned standard card, is here and it's a really cool version of the card. Nevertheless, it's a 50-cent card. Liliana of the Dark Realms is a classic planeswalker that's still holding strong at $15. Adaptive Automaton is a nice $5 artifact creature who can be a lord for any creature type. Lastly, we have Azami, the Lady of Scrolls, as a $1 legendary wizard card draw engine. Speaking of legendary, notice that Liliana is missing something. She does not have the legendary card frame. But where is it? Oh, Reflector Mage seems to have stolen it. Presumably, this was a mix-up during the card creation process. Who knows whose fault it was, where the communication fell through, or maybe it actually is an Easter egg done on purpose. Unlikely, but possible. Either way, Jack Hughes gives the best explanation of all when he said, "The Reflector Mage is a self-portrait and I am legendary." Rock on, Jack. Rock on. These cards are fun to look at and are a pretty different style than we usually see. I like the detailed portrait contrasted against the more simple backgrounds. Solid 4 out of 5 Raphaels. Then we have the value rating, which is disappointing. You're going to pay $30 to get $20 worth of cards, 1 Toyota Corolla. After all this, believe it or not, we still have 3 more secret lairs and they're all Warhammer 40,000. First we have Orcs with Orc Commando, aka the 50-cent Merciless Executioner, Makari the Lucky Grot, aka the $1 Krenko 10th Street Kingpin, Gazgul, Prophet of the Wog, coming at you with this epic hand cannon. This is a 50-cent Zergo Helm Smasher. All of these orcs can pilot Devolcha, aka the $2 Sky Sovereign console flagship. Now you can take all these orcs and let them attack again and again and again thanks to Aggravated Assault, this $37 powerful enchantment originally printed in Onslaught. Awesome. Obviously all of the value here is in the Aggravated Assault, so if you're in the market for one of these, getting $40 worth of cards for 30 bucks is great. 4 out of 5 Toyota Corollas. Age of Simgar gives us Neve Black Talon, aka the 50-cent Denitha Capinshen Paragon, Archon the Everchosen, cool title, aka Najila the Blade Blossom, a $16 legend, Stardrake, aka Scourge of the Throne, the $17 Conspiracy Dragon. These creatures can all wield Gal Maraz, the Great Shatterer, aka the 50-cent Loxodon Warhammer. Warhammer's Warhammer. You get it. You can then make sure that none of your opponent's creatures can block with Blind Obedience, the $7 enchantment from Gatecrash. Once again, you're getting great value, but this time it's a little more spread out across multiple cards. $40 worth of cards for 30 bucks, 4 Toyota Corollas. The third and final Warhammer Secret Lair is a fun one, Blood Bowl. This is awesome as all the flavor is the theme of American football. Touchdown, aka Approach of the Second Sun. This $2 7-mana sorcery has extra flavor. For those of you not familiar with American football, a touchdown plus a successful extra point kick is worth 7 points in the game. Reroll, aka Rewind, is a 50-cent free counterspell. Both Down, aka Bone Splinters, is a fun card, though Bone Splinters is only worth mere pennies. Throw Teammate, aka Fling, is always a hilarious card, and this is no exception, though again, it's only worth pennies. Perfect Defense, aka Defense of the Heart, is a solid $15 enchantment. Of course, the game couldn't be played without the Ball, aka Fell War Stone, the $1 commander staple. Unlike the first two Warhammer Secret Lairs, we're not getting great value here. It's paying $30 for $20 worth of cards, one Toyota Corolla. For the art review of all three of these, this is obviously all about Warhammer 40,000 IP crossover. The cards are loud and crazy and cartoonish, and they're a fun time. If you play Warhammer, I'm sure you love these cards. I personally know nothing about the game, so I'm going to give these 3 out of 5 Raphaels. After all that, are these Secret Lairs worth buying? Mostly, yes. The art on these vary from good to great. None of them are real stinkers, and I can't really see any of these not being enjoyed by at least some audience. The value here is a real mixed bag, as some of them are great for the cards that you're getting, some are absolute garbage, and others are medium in value, but they might have unique art or printings, such as the Galaxy Foil lands, that they're probably not going to be any cheaper in the future. When we have a situation like this, it makes buying the bundles tough, as you are getting the cards that you want for cheaper, but you're also stuck buying cards that you don't necessarily want or that don't really have the value that makes it worth it for you. On average, the roughly 20% discount that you're getting for the bundles does make it worth it for me, especially if you view this as an investment perspective and you're really looking to get these long term. This does lower your cost basis and it allows you to diversify across all products. You never know with Secret Lairs, sometimes the ones that do the worst at the time of the sale are the ones that are the most valued later down the road. The Post Malone cards are truly something special, and this is history being made right before our eyes. Obviously, a lot of people are going to have this same opinion, so these are probably going to be really highly sought after, and thus the print run is going to be huge. Remember, these are printed to demand. But having the world-famous hip-hop artist featured on these cards is iconic. Even with a giant print run, people are going to be collecting and playing with these cards for years to come. For more reviews like this one, make sure to join the Wolfpack right now by hitting subscribe, and then you can check out this video that reviews the first 7 cards of the 30th anniversary Secret Lair.